Is this true about Liv Morgan? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you whether or not it is and why I actually think that it is and why I think I can convince you that it is, because Liv Morgan's 2024 has been a breakout year. We knew that now. We know it now. We didn't know it going into 2024, right? We knew she was going to be returning at the Women's Royal Rumble match. We just didn't know how things were going to play out for her. And in retrospect, they have absolutely crushed when it comes to Liv Morgan and her booking, her alignment with Dominic Mysterio, the best heel in all of pro wrestling, her alignment with Raquel Rodriguez, giving her a heater, giving her a bodyguard, and giving someone that she can help mold into her own protege, someone in which can watch her back, and they've done a very good job with that. But at the end of the day, Liv Morgan has been able to really get over in a way that I don't think fans expected. I don't think, including myself, I didn't predict that Liv Morgan would do what she did this year. Now, part of it is hard work. Part of it is the machine getting behind her, but also part of it is just pure luck. Pure luck in the sense that WWE, they needed a new face. They needed fresh blood because they were slowly but surely running out of options, right? Rhea Ripley going down with a shoulder injury after WrestleMania. Becky Lynch opting to not re-sign with the company and go on a hiatus and be a full-time mom, and they needed a new face to be the women's world champion on Monday Night Raw, and they picked Liv Morgan, and I think that they actually picked a great idea. Now, coming out of Saturday night's main event, coming over or going over Io Sky, now it has shifted. We have shifted towards, all right, we know that the final countdown between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is on. It's just a matter of time of when you do it, and it really doesn't matter when you do it because it's going to be in the near future. The only thing that matters is Liv Morgan dropping the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley. Now, that leads us to today's video. So Nick Aldis, he was on Insight with Chris Van Vliet a few weeks ago, and he talked about why he believes that our Women's World Champion Liv Morgan is his 2024 MVP, and he even compared her heat and character to the 1997 Shawn Michaels version, okay? And this is what he had to say. That character, I've told her this a couple times, you are crushing it. You have found exactly what your perfect heel, because a good heel, you have to have self-awareness. You have to know what impression you give off to people when you walk into a room. Liv Morgan is stunningly good-looking girl, right? That can work against you. And she finally realized, I can use that. I remember I gave her a piece of advice, and look, she doesn't need it, but I offer it anyway. I was like, your heat right now reminds me of Shawn Michaels in 1997. Shawn had that swagger because Shawn was so good that you couldn't be like, you suck. No, he did not suck. He was so demonstrably the best performer by such a long way, even in 1997. Hogan was a huge star over in WCW. Sting was cooking with Crow's Sting. NWO was hot. Steve Austin was coming up. Bret Hart was Bret. But it's like Shawn at the time was so on his game. He was so on it. He was so good in the ring. And then he started using that and being like, what are you going to do about it? He was good looking, and he's calling out like, your girl would leave you for me. That's heat. And Liv has that same thing where it's like, we've got a lot more women in the audience these days, so now it's like, she's good looking, you know? It's totally believable that she would steal someone's boyfriend, meaning she stole Dominic Mysterio away from Rhea Ripley. And Nick Aldis is 100% right. Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, I get him confused, but I digress, because Adam Pearce is on Monday Night Raw, Liv Morgan is on Monday Night Raw, Nick Aldis is SmackDown GM, I digress. He's 1,000% right. She is the 2024 MVP. Who else? Who else? You can't say it's Cody. He was established, in 2022. He was established in 2023. No. Was it Gunther? No, he's been established. He's been established. Could you make the argument Jey Uso? Yeah, but he was pretty much established last year as well. He was over. Sami Zayn, he was over. Could you say Rhea Ripley? She was established. Who has had the biggest impact on WWE this year? Right? And I know that's going to be hard to say, and I understand that that's going to be debated. But if you look at it, who had a bigger impact on WWE other than Liv Morgan? She feuded with Becky Lynch, one of WWE's biggest stars. She feuded with Rhea Ripley throughout the year. This feud's been going on since April. It's December. Who else? Who else went into 2024 and done more things than you could have ever imagined? Who? Could you say it's Drew McIntyre? Maybe. I get it. I get it's subjective. The whole MVP talk. It always is, right? It's the Mount Rushmore. It's the goated list. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone has a different version. I think, though, if you look at it like this, the fact is Liv Morgan has done more with this character and this opportunity than anyone could have ever imagined. And it's a beautiful thing because she, for years, was someone that was looked down upon as, well, she's not good enough to be a main eventer. Well, she's not good enough to be an upper card talent. She's a utility player. We plug and place when we need her to put someone over, or if we need a title contender who has no shot of winning the championship, right? And Liv Morgan will tell you that herself, right? She's talked about in past times that she had doubt. She doubted herself. She doubted her ability. She doubted the fact that she could get over the hump. In fact, she has credited her time away from WWE due to that, 6-month injury and later arrest as that was the light bulb moment. That was when the lights switched of, okay, I know what I can do in this business. I know what I can do in the ring. Let me find this character. Oh, I found the character. Oh, now we're going to pour gasoline on this character, right? And it was all building. And to her credit, she was able to capitalize on it. And to her credit, she was able to drive that point home. And to her credit, she's been able to make it work. That's the beautiful thing about Liv Morgan. That's the thing that people don't get to talk about. That's the thing that you have to hang your hat on. If I'm Liv Morgan, or a Liv Morgan fan, I should say, and I am, obviously, longtime channel members will know I'm a big Liv Morgan fan. They will know that it is something to be proud of as a longtime Liv Morgan fan. And as someone who can say that, I certainly am.